OBS Studio Broadcast Center at Centennial Sportsplex. This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network as finally we get the last four teams still sitting at the starting line, off the starting line, and into the action tonight here on Rink A. First up, Station Camp Liberty Creek taking on Rutherford Rampage, formerly Blackman-Stewarts Creek-Smyrna. And then two of GNASH's classic programs close out the doubleheader in the nightcap. Hendersonville Beach and Father Ryan. As we finally get all 16 teams in the league this year to play a game. As the Zamboni is running around the ice. Just got out there. And let's go ahead and do what we normally do. And that is go over the results from the previous week. Last Monday, October 3rd, Montgomery Bell beat Independence 4-1. That was a season opener for MBA. USNBA Nashville Christian beat the Tennessee Outlaws 11-4. That was the season opener for USN. Nolensville-Ensworth-Lipscomb in their season opener beat Summit Page 5-1. Brentwood beat Centennial 3-2. Mount Juliet Green Hill Lebanon and Franklin BGA ended in an 8-8 tie. Then last Wednesday, Ravenwood beat Centennial 9-3. Tennessee Outlaws with a 9-7 win over Nolensville-Ensworth-Lipscomb. USNBA Nashville Christian beat Summit Page 6-2, and Franklin BGA collected their first W of the season, beating Independence 9-6. So here are the standings coming into tonight's games. No Tier 1 teams in action tonight, as they're all on fall break. Ravenwood leading Tier 1 at 2-0. Franklin sitting in second with 1 win and 2 ties. Sitting in third with a win and a draw. MBA in fourth with 1 win from just 1 game. Pope Prep CPA GCA and Mount Juliet Green Hill Lebanon each have 1 draw. Centennial sitting in seventh with 2 losses and 1 draw. And Independent sitting at the bottom of Tier 1 at 0-2. USNBA Nashville Christian a perfect 2-0. Nolensville-Ensworth-Lipscomb at 1-1, and Summit Page and the Outlaws both at 1-2. Summit Page getting the nod over the Outlaws because they beat them 3 weeks ago tonight on opening night. Hendersonville, Father Ryan, Rutherford, Station Camp all still sitting at the starting line, but they will get off it tonight. As coming up in just a few minutes here on Rink A at Centennial, both games on Rink A. Station Camp Liberty Creek taking on Rutherford Rampage. And then at 8:40, it's Hendersonville Beach taking on Father Ryan. All right, so let's talk about the two teams playing this first game this evening. First up, Station Camp Liberty Creek. Station Camp, of course, were with Summit Page last season. And they won the Hein Cup together. And then Station Camp broke away and started up a co-op with the newest high school in Sumner County, Liberty Creek. I said on opening night there was only 1 senior on that Station Camp Summit Page team from last year. Liam Clancy was a Summit player, but I was wrong. There was another senior, Zach Ellis's older brother, Luke, who played in only 5 games in the regular season last year. He was a Page player. He graduated. Good news for Station Camp, just like Summit Page, instead of having to get goalies from another team, they've gotten goalies themselves. Tegan Bart's their leading scorer from last year. The Station Camp Summit Page leading scorer from last year is back for his final year. few more familiar names from last year. Graham McLaren, Mason Campbell, Reese McCormick, Sam Wiseman, Austin Gibbons, playing for Station Camp Liberty Creek this year. Joe Siciliano is the head coach. His son Joseph is one of the players. On now to Rutherford Rampage. They became the Rutherford Rampage during the offseason. Last year, they were Blackman-Stewarts Creek-Smyrna. They only won one game in the regular season, but they made noise in the first round of the Hine Cup by beating Hendersonville Beach Merrill Hyde. And then Hendersonville got knocked out by USN. So they were the first team, the 2 seed, the first team out of the Hine Cup. Put there by the 7 seed, who won that game without their leading scorer from last year, Garen Hendricks. Garen Hendricks graduated along with Josh Noggle, one of their top defensemen. And I think Casey Jones graduated as well. Yep, Casey Jones graduated. But they brought back their second leading scorer from last year, Justin Dickinson, and their third leading scorer, Josh Wolf. Patrick Schuff, back for another year, back for his senior year. The Burnett Vice brothers, Carter and Colin, opted not to come to this Rutherford team. Eli Warda didn't come back this year. In addition to bringing back most of the Blackman-Stewarts Creek-Smyrna roster from last year, they also got a few players from the Outlaws who played in Rutherford County. They brought over Cam Hawkins, Taz Takayama, Carson Brownlow, Jackson Feltz came over. So they brought over quite a few kids, or brought over a few kids from the Outlaws. Mike Jones, just like he was head coach of Blackman-Stewarts Creek-Smyrna, is coach of this Rutherford Rampage team as well. Obviously preparing for that large sports facility they're supposed to build right off of 840 on Northwest Broad. There are conflicting reports as to how many sheets of ice they're supposed to have there. Everybody's hoping it's more than one. They brought back, for their goalies this year, they brought back Hunter Kitchens, Tyler Welch, Abby Ricaldi. Have Alex Beck out on loan to Centennial. Of course, Alex Beck was the third stringer for Ravenwood last year, but he moved to Murfreesboro during the offseason and now goes to Blackman. As the Zamboni is off the ice. And we can go ahead and have both teams coming out for the warm-up. Do we have any officials out here too? Zamboni doors are closed. Both teams can hit the ice if they wish, as it is now 7:10. Rampage, unfortunately, having to wear practice jerseys tonight because their game jerseys aren't in yet. Small crowd on hand for this one. Of course, Station Camp Liberty Creek also waiting on ground to be broken for the Hendersonville rink. And finally, both teams head out onto the ice. As here comes one official. Of course, Tier 2, the goal is to finish in the top two and get into that round robin for next month to see if anybody switches tiers. We have one official, we need a second. Monday is when we really dive into the next bit of the schedule for phase one of the regular season. After tonight, we'll have played 15 games. We'll have 41 still to go. Phase one ending on November 14th with a game between Ravenwood and MBA. If neither of those two teams have to play the round robin, I would assume the round robin would start that same night. And then have games that Wednesday night, the 16th, and then the following Monday, the 21st of Thanksgiving week. That way the tiers can be reset and everybody can get back to playing after Thanksgiving. We still have just the one official. Of course, we have had nasty weather around here, so although the nasty weather's already gone by, the severe weather anyway. Monday, we'll be back here at Centennial. We'll be on Rink B for the first time this season, bringing in not one, not two, but 3 games. Be on the air at 4:50 for a 5 o'clock face-off between Nolensville-Ensworth-Lipscomb and Station Camp Liberty Creek. Then 6:20 for a 6:30 face-off between Centennial and Mount Juliet Greenhill-Lebanon. And then 7:50 for an 8 o'clock face-off between Pope Prep CPA GCA and MBA. Next Wednesday, our coverage is going to depend on what happens on Monday. Well, we still have just the one official. So it'll be Hunter Kitchens in net for the Rampage. And we'll see who Station Camp Liberty Creek send out to start this one in goal. It's going to be Keaton Howard, one of the 3 Liberty Creek players in this roster. He's a sophomore at the first-year high school. Hunter Kitchens, homeschooled junior, zone for Smyrna. For this first period, Rutherford will move the puck from my left to right and Station Camp from my right to left. As this game is underway with Station Camp winning the opening draw. Graham McCleary getting knocked down inside his own zone. Puck pushed to the end boards by Josh Wolf, who knocked McCleary over. Puck now on the near boards. And moving towards the net, shot off the right leg pad of Howard from Justin Dickinson. So the second leading scorer from last year's team already got a fire under him for his first goal of the season. Puck still in the zone deep behind the net, Justin Dickinson. Got to say Justin because his brother Ryan is in the team as well. Passing up to the left point. Takayama shot hit a body in front. A Rutherford body in front before it ever got to Howard. Now here's Dickinson again trying to move to the left wing side. Now he curls back behind the net. Tried to put the puck out in front. It went off the back of the net. Now it's out at the far side of the net trying to stuff it in. And a backhander blocked from the slot. Now here's Dickinson shooting again. That's blocked. Puck over to the right wing corner. Battling with Connor Jenny. Another one of the 3 Liberty Creek players in this roster. He played at JP2 actually before transferring. Clearing attempt held in at the left point. And a shot misses the net to the right of the goaltender Howard. That shot coming from Carson Brownlow. Now Brownlow again from the left point. A shot stopped by Howard trying to cover it up. We played over a minute and a half. And the puck has been in the Station Camp zone the whole time, and now it's finally being brought out. Brought out by Austin Gibbons, left wing side. His shot blocked by the skates of Takayama. Not Tez Takayama. There's a shot stopped at the other end, stopped and covered up by Tyler Welch. And the clock finally stops after 1 minute 55 seconds of play. And we have a second official, so we have 2 officials for this one. Draw to the right of Welch. One by Station Camp, Michael Bernier. Firing it down low from the left point. Puck over in the right wing corner. And a clearing attempt up the boards hit a body. Now, puck behind the Rutherford net. And it came up to the left point, and Bernier put a stick on it. So did Cam Hawkins, and it went off both their sticks and out of play. .11:33 left in the first. No goals on the board yet. Draws to the right of Welch again. One by Station Camp. Bernier at the left point with a shot. Took a deflection and went past the net. Puck behind the net now. Put out in front, but it's going to be intercepted and carried out. Falling over at center was Kelvin McClendon. Now the puck back in the Rutherford zone. This is Tez Takayama wearing number 5. Now the puck cleared out. by Rutherford back into the station camp zone. It's out at center. And number 74. Not sure who number 74 is. They didn't change his number for me. Puck back in the station camp zone on the left wing side. Now number 74 for Rutherford, passing across to the far side. Now it's brought back into the station camp zone and a shot in tight, turned away by Howard. Puck brought back into the Rutherford zone, and there's going to be a tripping call against station camp as Justin Dickinson brings it back into the station camp zone and a shot off the right leg pad of Howard. Now Dickinson trying to put it out in front as station camp looked for the touch. Carson Brownlow left point, pass across, it went out of the zone. Picked up by number 74. And yeah, they did not correct his number for me. Pass in front, went off a Rutherford stick, and we get the whistle. And it is a cross-checking call. So a cross-checking call against station camp. Result in the first power play of the game going to Rutherford. Serving the penalty will be Tegan Bartz, station camp senior. Expected to lead the offense as he has the last couple of years, as he did last year. 9:32 left in the first, no goals on the board. Draw to the left of Keaton Howard. It's won by Blackman and a shot over the net off the stick of Eddie Mays, one of the many Stewarts Creek players in this team, as station camp clear the puck out. Tyler Welch will leave it for Carson Brownlow. Brownlow standing behind his own net. Steps out to his left, passes up the far side, and it's brought back into the station camp zone, but knocked off the stick of Josh Wolf from behind. Station camp trying to clear it out, and it is knocked out on the second try by Joseph Siciliano. Brought back in by Josh Wolf on the right wing side, but he could not get around Austin Givens. Puck behind the net. Passed up to the left point, and Brownlow. Brownlow moving around. Holding on. Now taking a shot. Stopped and held onto by Howard right as the first minute of the power play expired. 59 seconds left of the power play. 31 to go in the first. Still zip. Draw is going to be to the right of Howard. Draw one by station camp, and they clear it. Tyler Welch out to play the puck and immediately passes ahead. Now it's passed up the ice, but intercepted by Sam Wiseman. It's inside the station camp zone still. Bison working to get it out, and it's cleared out by Michael Baronier. Now number 74 for Rutherford, picking it up. 30 seconds left of the power play for Rutherford. Kelvin McClendon at center. On the far side, steps back into the station camp zone. Tried to drop it back to Brendan Heasley. Now up to the left point. Now across to number 74. His shot knocked down by the glove of Howard. Puck behind the net. And Dylan Welch tried to pass it back out to McClendon, but it went past his stick and all the way back into the Rutherford zone. McClendon picks it up. Gets pushed into the boards by Mason Campbell. Penalty time against station camp is up. They're back at even strength. Here's number 74 for Rutherford. Tried to pass ahead to Carson Brownlow. Went off his stick. Cam Hawkins dumping the puck back. Actually on goal of the station camp zone. Howard having to make a save. Now the puck is behind the station camp net. Puck comes around to the near side. Picked up by Taz Takayama. Passed out to the far side. It's in the station camp zone. There's a shot from Dickinson that misses the net. Justin Dickinson with another shot attempt. Desperate to keep the puck in at the right point. And he knocks down a clearing attempt. Held into the blue line by Takayama. His shot missed the net to the left of Howard. Puck out on the far boards. And sent through the crease from down low. The top of the crease. And now Josh Wolf firing it past the net. Patrick Schuff with the rebound on the far side. Hangs on to the puck. Tries to center. He hit the outside of the post to the right of Howard. Puck held into the blue line. No, it just went over. It looked like it was held in by Jacob Littleton, but it was not. 6:19 to go in the first. Still no goals on the board in this one. As each side are kicking off their respective seasons. Draw is going to be on the dot across from the station camp bench at center. Won by Rutherford. Josh Wolf into the station camp zone. Nice move around the defender. Another nice move in front of backhander. Save. Rebound. Score. Justin Dickinson. Howard made the initial save, but there was Dickinson to bang in the rebound. Score Rutherford's first goal of the season and put them up 1-0 with 6:10 to go in the first. As they have dominated puck possession throughout this first period, and it has finally paid off. Drawn by Station Camp, but given away to Rutherford. Cam Hawkins chasing the puck into the Station Camp zone. A shot turned away. Shot for an odd angle turned away. Puck comes up to the left point and almost given away by Taz Takayama. And then it is taken away. Tegan Bartz, right wing side of the Rutherford zone. Tried a centering pass, broken up by the stick of Jacob Littleton. And now here's Bartz again down low. Throw went between the legs, and he flicked it across the front of the net from the right-hand side of it. Trying to get it to Jaden Robertson. It's taken away and cleared out to center. So Rutherford withholding a stand or withstanding pressure from Station Camp. Puck back in the Bison zone. They try and clear it out. It's held in. Carried down the left wing side. It's behind the net again. Comes out in front, and it is covered up by Howard. 4:58 left in the first, and Rutherford up 1-0. Draw is going to be to Howard's right. One by Rutherford, number 74, with a one-timer that misses the net. Station Camp trying to clear it out. Number 74 holding into the left point. His shot stopped by Keaton Howard. Puck put out in front. Number 74 going to hold it in again. A one-timer. Score! Number 74, I think he's giving credit to the guy in front. And it is 2-0 Rutherford with 4:31 to go in the first. Rutherford have dominated possession in this first period. They already have 10 shots on goal. Station Camp have just one. And here go Rutherford again. Carson Brownlow into the Station Camp zone, trying to maneuver down the slot. Lost the puck. It's out on the far boards. Now Austin Gibbons wanting to clear it. Got knocked down by his own man to the blue line and hit Reese McCormick and stayed in the zone. Now the puck goes out. It was flicked back in by Alistair McCarroll. but cleared out and now brought back into the Rutherford zone, picked up by Brownlow. Carson Brownlow trying to pass it to Justin Dickinson. Dickinson with it, right wing side of the station camp zone, but taken away and then taken back, and a shot stopped and covered up by Howard. The puck came to Cody Jones in the slot, and his shot was stopped and covered up by Howard, who put the glove down just in time because Justin Dickinson was coming in. 3:40 left in the first, still 2-0. Rutherford. Draw was to the left of Howard, won by Rutherford, but they couldn't keep it in the zone. Now it's back in the station camp end. Dylan Welch out on the far side with it. Passing out, and a one-timer was shanked. And the puck going to be iced by Braden Croxford, the third and final Liberty Creek player in this station camp Liberty Creek roster. He's a sophomore there. Draw going to be to the left of Howard. One by Rutherford. Looked like it. And taken away by Station Camp and cleared. It's out at center. Dylan Welch passing over to the far side, and Tez Takayama passing up the far boards. Patrick Schuff out there with the Wolf brothers, or out there with Josh Wolf and Dylan Welch instead of Josh Wolf and Justin Dickinson. Puck sent back into the Rutherford zone and cleared into the Rutherford bench. Cleared into the Rutherford bench by Jacob Littleton. 2:45 left in the first. 2-0 Rutherford lead. Draw is going to be to the right of Welch. Tyler Welch in goal. I'm sorry, it's Hunter Kitchens in goal for Rutherford. How am I screwing that up? It's Hunter Kitchens in goal. It's won by Rutherford. Puck out on the far side. That's behind the net, Connor Jenny. Passing it up the far boards, held in at the right point, and a one-timer from Sam Wiseman blocked right in front by number 74 for Rutherford. Now ahead for Justin Dickinson, right wing side of the station camp zone. Closing in on goal. Oh, he couldn't pull the puck around Keaton Howard. He lost it right at the net, and Howard covers up to get the whistle. Managed to break away from his defender and get right to the net, but he couldn't get around Howard and bury it. Draw to the left of Howard now. Won by Station Camp. Puck out over on the far side. Tegan Bartz with it for the Bison as he carries it to center. Into the Rutherford zone on the right wing side, but he put it off the skates of Carson Brownlow and fell over, and Brownlow brings it out. Back in the Station Camp zone. Justin Dickinson almost at a takeaway. It's out at center now, number 74, across to the far side. Touched into the zone by, I think, Cody Jones. And now a takeaway by Eddie Mays. And they got off a shot that was turned away by Howard. We get a whistle and another penalty against Station Camp, I think. It was a player hit near the net. It's a cross-checking call. And it is against Connor Jenny. Again, one of the three Liberty Creek players in this Station Camp Liberty Creek roster. He's a junior there. The other two, Braden Croxford and goaltender Keaton Howard, are seniors. So 98 seconds left in the first. Rutherford going back to the power play up 2-0. Draw to the left of Howard. Won by Rutherford, and a shot from Cam Hawkins misses the net. Number 74 holding it in the left wing side, and his shot went across the front of the net. Dylan Welch going to keep it alive on the right wing boards and send it down. Now up top, number 74, center point, a shot stopped by Howard. Puck goes behind the net. Number 74 again holding it at the left point, and a shot stopped, but we get a whistle. And I think the net had been dislodged. Yes, it had. Net was knocked out of position. 71 seconds to go in the period now. And they're going to say it was Blackman that knocked it out of position. So they're going to drop the puck at center right in front of the station camp bench. Won by Rutherford. Number 74. I'm going to get his name during the break. He brings it into the station camp zone. A shot off the glove of Howard past the net. Last minute of the first. Number 74 again behind the net. Comes out to the left wing side. Drops it off for Brendan Heasley. Heasley passing it down to Kelvin McClendon. McClendon falls over now. One-timer from number 74. It's in again. They may have taken a deflection in front. But it is 3-0 Rutherford as they have converted the power play. 44 seconds to go here in the first as their domination of puck possession is paying off dividends. Draw one by Rutherford, Justin Dickinson. At center, flicking it ahead, but he gives it away to Joseph Siciliano, who brings it into the Rutherford zone, and his shot off a stick to the left wing corner. 30 seconds left of the period. Puck out at center, and then getting knocked down at center and drawing a penalty is Cohen Sims. Another penalty against Station Camp. Puck out on the far side, and it is touched up by the Bison. Rutherford, according to the board, have 16 shots on goal. Station Camp only have one. Interference call against Connor Jenny. He returns to the box play. He's got 2 penalties already. He gets 2 more. His game is over. And he's suspended for the next game on Monday against Nolensville. So 15.7 seconds left in the first. Rutherford up 3-0, returning to the power play. Draw to the right of Keaton Howard. Here is Carson Brownlow. From the blue line, shooting, and it's wide. Rebound! A score! I think it's Eddie Mays that the puck came out to. The net was wide open and he didn't miss. Yep, Eddie Mays, the freshman from Stewarts Creek, making it 4-0 Rutherford with 7.7 seconds to go in the period. Rutherford have just dominated this game. Austin Gibbons with a puck inside his own zone for Station Camp. And that's it for the first as Rutherford dominate puck possession and score 4 on 16. It should be 17 shots. They dominated puck possession in this first period. Station Camp with only 1 shot. Got to get things going, trailing 4-0 at the end of 1. Ethan Fredericks is wearing number 74 for Rutherford, and he scored their second and third goals in the first period. As we're underway with the second period, Keaton Howard still in goal for Station Camp Liberty Creek. Hunter Kitchens, I assume, still in goal for Rutherford. He has only faced 1 shot so far. He's had a couple from in tight, but they missed the net. So he's made 1 save on 1 shot. Puck put out in front and a shot. I think missed the net. It's off the stick of Josh Wolf. No, they are giving Keaton Howard a save, so it was on goal. Now Ethan Fredericks down the left wing. Dumps it to the inboards. Picked up by Josh Wolf. Comes out to the left wing. A shot hit the outside of the net. Now Patrick Schuff. Justin Dickinson tried to go across. Went off his stick, came out to the left point, and held in by Fredericks. Now Wolf. Josh Wolf. Comes out, turns and shoots. Stopped and held onto by Howard. As we have played 56 seconds of the second. Ethan Fredericks, a junior at Oakland. He's going to wear number 15 when they get their jerseys in, but they told me he was wearing number 88 tonight, but now he's wearing number 74. So that's all fixed. Draw to the right of Howard. Won by Station Camp, but given away to the Rampage. Puck out on the far wing corner, right wing corner. Eddie Mays scored the most recent goal, trying to put it out in front, stolen by Tegan Bartz. Bartz carrying it to center. Gets it into the Rutherford zone, but he ran into a Rutherford player and had to pass the puck ahead. And now here are the Rampage, bringing it back into the Station Camp zone. Dylan Welch behind the net. Bringing it out to the left wing, passing it up to the center point. A shot blocked in front. I'm not sure if that hit Howard up. They're giving him the save. Now in front again, a shot, score. Eddie Mays from below the right circle gets his second goal of the game to make it 5-0 Rutherford with 12:16 to go in the second. My goodness. This is dominant. 20 shots to 1. Good Lord. Draw one by Station Camp. But going towards their own net. Oh, the puck loose. And Sam Wiseman gets it away just in time. Puck still in the zone, though. Cody Jones trying to pass it out in front. Held in near the blue line. A shot from Carson Brownlow over the net. Puck out on the far side. Now it's out on the left wing boards. Jaden Robertson trying to whack it out for Station Camp. It's held in at the left point. And now cleared out. Now Tobin Mahaffey into the Rutherford zone, but has it taken right away by Carson Brownlow. Brownlow through center. Back into the Station Camp zone. Puck knocked off his stick by Wiseman, but he catches back up to it in the left wing corner. Brownlow, now McClendon behind the net. Dropping it back to the left wing corner, and Brownlow. Brownlow moving up the left wing. Pass sent towards the net by Cody Jones and turned away by Howard. Pass to the slot, and Jones immediately got it off. Now here's Givens with a shot from inside the Rutherford zone that's deflected and doesn't get to Hunter Kitchens. Puck behind the net, Ethan Fredericks carrying it out for Rutherford. He's at center. Into the Station Camp zone, broke through defenders, but the puck got away from him. He catches back up to it at the end boards, waits for some new help for the bench, but he doesn't need it because he fires it into the roof of the net from the right circle to complete his hat trick and make it 6-0 Rutherford with 10:43 to go in the second. The shots favor Rutherford 22-1. Yikes. Of course, if they score one more goal without giving one up, we're on the running clock. Puck was, it was on the line. I thought they were going to call Justin Dickinson for offside. Now the puck taken away and brought out to center. But Station Camp fumbling it, and Dickinson gets it right back, but then he gives it back to Mark White, who then gives it back to Rutherford. He gives it back to Alistair McCarroll. Puck back inside the Rutherford zone, but immediately cleared out. Dumped back in from center by Michael Bernier. Caught up to by McCarroll. Puck comes around to the far boards. And Rutherford able to clear it out. Getting pushed down from behind. Offside warning against Rutherford as the puck is back in the station camp zone. Rutherford players immediately clear. Here is Graham McClearen passing over to Reese McCormick, but off his stick and sent back into the station camp zone. Reese McCormick tries to clear. I think it hit the official and stayed in. Mark White's going to end up icing the puck. 9:27 to go in the second, 6-0. Rutherford leading station camp. Draw is to the right of Keaton Howard. One by station camp, but given right away, and a shot from Patrick Schuff, stopped by Howard, and then he closes in and gets the rebound try off, and that's gloved and held onto by Howard as well. Draw is to the right of Howard again, one by Rutherford. Here's Josh Wolf in the left circle, trying to put it out in front. Oh, and it just missed the stick of Patrick Schuff. Held in at the right point and dropped down the boards. It's behind the net. Josh Wolf again. Passing out, oh, but unable to keep it in the zone was Tess Takayama. He stretched out for it. Couldn't keep it alive. Puck back in the Rutherford zone and immediately cleared. Brought back into the station camp zone by Schuff. Schuff passing across to the right wing corner, and Josh Wolf would try to pass up top, intercepted by Tobin Mahaffey and carried out to center. Mahaffey going into the zone with Tegan Bartz, and his puck taken away, but held in, and a shot from Joseph Siciliano, I think maybe missed the net. So station camp still stuck on one shot on goal from early in the first, and now here come Rutherford again. Patrick Schuff tried to go across to Josh Wolf, but it missed his stick. Wolf drops it behind the net for Schuff. Now out on the far side, trying to get it back to Wolf, who gets pushed away from the puck. Here's Mahaffey. Whiffing on a pass attempt. Dylan Welch sending the puck back down towards the right half wall. And now here's Josh Wolf just above the goal line to the right side. And a shot that went, or tried to send it to the net, and it hit some skates and went past the net. Here's Wolf again trying to put out in front off the skates of Austin Givens. Schuff with a puck. Puck taken away by Joseph Siciliano. He tries to clear, held in at the right point. Tegan Bartz with it now for station camp. Bartz banks it off the kick play to the far side, trying to get it back to himself. He does have it in the Rutherford zone, closing in a shot. Turned away by Hunter Kitchens, and finally station camp have another shot up on the board. But here goes Cam Hawkins into the station camp zone. Nice back checking by Austin Givens to knock the puck off his stick. And they have not put that Bartz shot up on the board. I guess he missed the net. Eddie Mays coming out in front. Shot went off the skates of McClearen. He's looking for a hat trick. Hawkins behind the net. Pushed into the boards by Bartz. He still has the puck, though. Hawkins trying to put it out in front. Swept back behind the net by Howard. Here's Eddie Mays. Now Hawkins again. Trying to put it out in front. He hit the back of the net. Now it comes back to Hawkins. Hawkins in the slot. Holding left circle. A shot missed the net to the left of Howard. Held in by Carson Brownlow. Brownlow has it knocked off his stick from behind and out. He catches back up to it at center. Now Brownlow trying to skate. Takes a bump from Tegan Bartz, who steals the puck. Bartz across to Croxford. Oh, he fell over in the slot. Station camp with no puck luck. In addition to Rutherford just totally dominating possession. Graham McClearen trying to clear from his own zone and out. It trickles back into the Rutherford zone. Hunter Kitchens out to play it, and he'll clear it to the far side at center. Riley Hunter sending it back in the Rutherford zone. And brought out by the Rampage. And a shot from Carson Brownlow, blockered into the netting above the glass by Keaton Howard. 5:54 left in the second. Still 6-0 Rutherford, and that's it for Keaton Howard. He will be replaced by Matt Miles. So the Liberty Creek sophomore giving way to the Station Camp sophomore. Draw will be to Miles left. Howard gave up 6 goals on 24 shots. Draw to the left of Miles, won by Rutherford, but then turned over and cleared by the Bison for an icing. Again, if Rutherford score one more goal without giving one up, we'll be on the running clock. Draws to Miles left. Draw one by Station Camp, but it ends up going out to center. Rutherford regained control. And a shot from center by Ethan Fredericks, stopped and covered up by Mac Miles. So his first test, a long one. Draw is going to be to Miles right. Miles was on the roster for Station Camp Summit Page last season. Draw one by Station Camp, Rutherford, and a shot from the left point. Gloved and held onto by Miles. That shot coming from Fredericks. And the draw will be to Miles right again. One by Station Camp, but held in at the blue line by Rutherford. Held in by Alistair McCarroll. Puck behind the net. Brendan Heasley battling away. Now it comes over to the near side boards. Riley Hunter clearing it out, but it's in the Rutherford zone. Aiden Money almost with a takeaway, but here's Justin Dickinson jumping on the puck and looking for room to skate. Now he's going to pass it over to Fredericks. Fredericks gives it back to Dickinson, who flies through center into the Station Camp zone. In the right circle, a shot scored. Justin Dickinson fires the puck into the bottom corner on the right-hand side of the net to bring us to running clock margin. 7-0 Rutherford with 4:51 to go in the second. Here come Rutherford again. A shot score, oh my goodness. Who was that? That was Patrick Schuff making it 8-0. They stopped the clock. Why are you stopping the clock? Follow the rule, people. Let's get this game over with as quickly as possible. Oh, Eddie Mays with a nice move around Graham McLaren, but he lost the puck as he entered the Station Camp zone. Joseph Siciliano into the Rutherford end. Has to go to the inboards with the puck. Rutherford with it again. And they're going to bring it out. Brought back into the Station Camp zone. Graham McLaren at the inboards of his own zone now, pushing it past Eddie Mays, who's sitting on a hat trick. Now here's Joseph Siciliano in the Rutherford zone with a shot that's deflected, comes over to the far side, and they score. I think it was Tegan Bartz who gets the goal, and finally Station Camp get their second shot on goal, and this one goes into the net. And it is 8-1 Rutherford with 3:50 to go. Stopping the clock. Here's Graham McLaren with a puck for Station Camp. It's out at center, Reese McCormick. Sends it back into the Rutherford zone, but it's picked up and carried out by Ethan Fredericks. Fredericks into the Station Camp zone on the left wing side. Wanted to shoot, he held onto the puck, carried it right to the front of the net. Oh, and a shot turned away by Mac Miles. Now it's out on the near side. Graham McLaren with it, but he had a little trouble trying to get it out. Now here's Dylan Welch with a puck, and he's driven into the boards, but we got a whistle, and I think a penalty coming up against Rutherford. Josh Wolf will be sent to the box for roughing. So with 3:01 left in the second, Station Camp get their first power play of the season, trailing 8-1. Big opportunity to kill off the running clock. Draw is to the left of Hunter Kitchens, but won by Rutherford and brought right into the Station Camp zone by Cam Hawkins. Hawkins behind the net. Had it taken away in the right wing corner. Austin Givens behind his own net. Steps out to his left. Ahead to Joseph Siciliano. Now out at center with it is Tobin Mahaffey. Mahaffey off to Siciliano. Brings the puck back into the Rutherford zone. Goes to the inboards. And he tried to get it back to Tegan Barson. It hopped over his stick and out. Now a foot race for the puck back in the Station Camp zone is going to be won by Austin Givens as he beats Cam Hawkins to it. Now Givens at center. Back into the Rutherford zone. A shot stopped and held onto by Hunter Kitchens. Clock. It's at any point during the game. They keep stopping. I don't think the timekeeper knows the rule. He keeps stopping the clock. He's not supposed to be doing that. It's a 7-goal lead. And Eddie Mays carried the puck right to the Station Camp net and was turned away by Mac Miles. Under a minute left in the power play now for Station Camp. And Rutherford clear the puck from behind their own net. Eddie Mays with a steal inside the Station Camp zone, but then stolen back by Joseph Siciliano, and then he had the stick knocked out of his hand. Now Dylan Welch in front. Oh! And it looked like it was going to go under Mac Miles into the back of the net, but he put his legs down just in time. And smothered the puck. Draws to his right. 20 seconds left in the power play for Station Camp. 81 seconds to go in the second. Draw one by Station Camp, but given away. A pass attempt went off the stick of Jaden Robertson, and he left the puck behind him. Puck in the left wing corner. Here's Justin Dickinson. A shot missed the net to the right of Mac Miles. Dickinson now. Passing off. Oh! And it rolled off the stick of Josh Wolf. He was all alone coming off the bench. And he got the pass, and the puck jumped up on him. Otherwise, he would have been able to shoot. He carried it right to the net. He knocked it towards the net, and Miles was able to cover it up. Penalty time against Rutherford is up. They're back at even strength. Draws to Miles' right. Won by Rutherford. Here's Justin Dickinson to the right circle. A shot turned away by Miles. There's a shot from the right point, turned away, rebound. Oh, turned away by Miles too. That follow-up shot was from Dickinson. Puck cleared out by Reese McCormick. Hunter Kitchens is going to come out to meet it in the Rutherford zone and hand it off. Ethan Fredericks at the end boards, carrying it out. Oh, take it away! And a shot from Reese McCormick in tight, stopped and covered up by Kitchens. Just the fourth shot on goal of the game for Station Camp with 13.4 seconds to go in the second, and Rutherford up 8-1. Draw is going to be to Kitchens' right. Draw one by Rutherford. Puck out at center, but taken away and brought back into the Rutherford zone by Eden Daniel, and then he has it taken away, and that's going to be it for the second. As Rutherford score 4 more goals, including Ethan Fredericks completing his hat trick. Tegan Bartz, I think, getting Station Camp on the board on just their second shot of the game as Rutherford lead the Bison 8-1 after 2. It was not Tegan Bartz who had the Station Camp goal. It was Tobin Mahaffey, the Station Camp freshman, scoring their first goal of the season as they trail the Rutherford Rampage 8-1. And we will be on the running clock for this third period. Hunter Kitchens still in goal for the Rampage. Mac Miles still in goal for Station Camp. This will be his first full period of play. He took over from Keaton Howard just past the halfway point of the second. This third period, Rutherford will carry the puck from my left to right and Station Camp from my right to left. And here comes Joseph Siciliano with a shot. Stopped. Rebound from Mahaffey. Good save. Big rebound. Score. Bartz. They left the net wide open. And Bartz buries it to kill the running clock and make it 8-2 Rutherford with 13:46 to go. Just 14 seconds into the third. Kitchens made a tremendous save on the follow-up from Mahaffey, but then he went out of position and the rebound was there for Bartz to take and bury it. So it's a 6-goal game and the running clock killed off for now. Tez Takayama dropping the puck down the far boards. Behind the Station Camp net, Graham McLaren with it for Station Camp, trying to get ahead to Tegan Bartz. Tobin Mahaffey, left wing side of the Rutherford zone. Drops the puck around the boards. It's out on the right wing corner. Passed up the far boards and held in, or actually intercepted by Cam Hawkins, who tried to clear out. Then he takes it away from McLaren and brings it into the Station Camp zone. Moves over to the right wing side, put it in front. Oh, and unable to get a stick on it was Eddie Mays. Now Hawkins put out front, score. I think it's Cody Jones getting on the score sheet. He gets the centering pass from Hawkins. Yes, it is Cody Jones. Gets the centering pass from Hawkins and puts it in the back of the net to make it 9-2 Rutherford. And another goal for Station Camp. They win the draw. Jaden Robertson carries it right down the slot and backhands it into the back of the net. And they kill off the running clock again. 12:20 to go in the game. 9-3 Rutherford now. The Rampage totally dominated puck possession in the first period and the early part of the second, but Station Camps has gotten a lot better as the game's gone on. Unfortunately, they're still down by a big margin as we're going to have a hooking call. And it's going to be against Rutherford. It is against Ryan Dickinson, Justin's younger brother, who also goes to Smyrna. So Station Camp to the power play, trailing 9-3 with 12:02 to go. Draws to the right of Kitchens. One by Station Camp. Austin Givens to the left point. Givens a shot. Hit somebody in front. I don't think it ever got to Kitchens. Here's Kelvin McClendon clearing the puck for Rutherford. Puck is behind the Station Camp net. And an on-angle shot from Tegan Bartz on the goal line on the right wing side was turned away by Kitchens. Now a shot in the blue line, blocked in front by Carson Brownlow. That shot was from Joseph Siciliano. And Brownlow clears the puck. And a clearing attempt, or a pass attempt intercepted inside the Station Camp, or inside the Station Camp zone by Justin Dickinson, but he drops back to try and set up a shorthanded attack. He starts skating through the near side at center, almost came to a stop. Falling over with a puck, I think it was Bartz. Yeah, it was Tegan Bartz. Still gets it ahead to Tobin Mahaffey, who then gives it away inside his own zone to Carson Brownlow, who clears. 30 seconds left in the power play for Station Camp. Graham McLaren had the puck poked away from him. Now Patrick Schuff tried to get it back ahead to Justin Dickinson. Reese McCormick. Now, through center comes Station Campers. A shot blocked by Jacob Littleton. I think it was Jaden Robertson with a shot. They put the puck out in front. It's intercepted. Penalty time against Rutherford is up. Here's Justin Dickinson into the Station Camp zone. Tried to pass it off to Patrick Schuff. Puck on the right wing boards. Dickinson comes out with it. Backhands it over to the left point. And they tried to send it towards the front of the net, and it missed whoever was there. Puck put out in front. And Brendan Heasley getting knocked down. Patrick Schuff keeping it alive. Stick it towards the net. Stopped by Mac Miles. Little poke from Heasley. Turned away by Miles. Then he backhands it towards the far side of the net, and Miles covers it. 9:15 to go, still 9-3 Rutherford. Draw is going to be to the right of Miles. Won by Rutherford. Alistair McCarroll shot blocked by the skates of Riley Hunter. Now it's out on the far boards, held in at the left point. Ethan Fredericks, who has the hat trick. Dumps it down low. Eddie Mays looking for his own hat trick. Puts it in front. Oh, nice goal. Nice finish by Josh Wolf. Flicks it into the roof of the net. to get us back in the running clock and make it 10-3 Rutherford. And a takeaway by Reese McCormick. Shot from the right wing side of the Rutherford zone, stopped and held on to by Hunter Kitchens. With now 8:15 and ticking left in this one. Rutherford up 10-3, draws to Kitchens left. Rutherford getting the puck out. Josh Wolf kicking it into the station camp zone. Austin Givens with it for the Bison. Being chased by Eddie Mays. Givens has it taken away. Now the puck brought back into the Rutherford zone, but Reese McCormick has it stolen away. Puck passed up the far side. Back into the station camp zone it goes. That was Carson Brownlow. Passing it up the far side. Here's Givens again. Takes a bump from behind. Station camp now have 8 shots on goal. They had won like almost 5 minutes into the game, and it carried past the halfway point of the second. Here's Austin Givens trying to pass it over to Mason Campbell in the slot, and that missed him. Now Brownlow behind the net. Puck out on the near side. Carries it across the red line. Dumps it into the station camp zone. Here's Riley Hunter. Passing up the far side. It misses Aiden Money and goes back into the Rutherford zone. Here's Dylan Welch backhanding it up the far boards. Cam Hawkins left wing side of the station camp zone. Behind the net. Ray McLaren trying to take it away. Puck put out in front at the left wing side. Welch back down low to Hawkins. Hawkins putting it back in front for Welch. His shot. He scores. Went through the legs of Miles into the back of the net. And now Rutherford have running clock insurance. As they make it 11-3 with 6:08 and ticking to go. And Graham McClaren coughs up the puck inside his own zone, and a shot stopped and held on to by Mac Miles. I think from Cam Hawkins. Yes, it was Hawkins. 5:30 and ticking to go, 11-3 Rutherford. Draw is going to be to the right of Mac Miles. One by Rutherford, but taken away and cleared out by the Bison. This will be an icing. There's the whistle. 5 minutes and ticking to go, 11-3, Rutherford. Draws to Miles right. Puck out at center. Taz Takayama getting knocked over by Tegan Bartz. Joseph Siciliano brings it into the Rutherford zone. Puck knocked off his stick and cleared. Here's Tegan Bartz again at center. Bartz has one of the 3 station camp goals. Puck poked away. It's in the Rutherford zone. Bartz chasing it around the boards to the far side. He's in the right wing corner battling with Taz Takayama. Bartz pushed off the puck, and it is cleared. It's iced. It's iced by Jacob Littleton. 3:55 and ticking to go, 11-3 Rutherford lead. Draw is to the right of Hunter Kitchens. Oh, falling over was Bartz. He still gets a shot off, turned away by Kitchens, and instead of covering it up, he allows play to continue, and it's cleared out. Puck sent back into the Rutherford zone on goal. Kitchens stops and hands it off. I think it's Ethan Fredericks. Long pass up the far boards to Justin Dickinson, left wing side, and his shot misses the net to the right of Mac Miles. Puck put out in front, and is going to be picked up and carried out by Tobin Mahaffey, left wing side of the Rutherford zone. He drops it around the boards. Picked up by Fredericks. Fredericks pass across, off the near boards and out to center. Michael Bernier almost had it swiped away by Justin Dickinson. Now Dickinson does have it. Passes in front. Patrick Schuff, a shot, score. Patrick Schuff roofs it to make it 12-3 Rutherford with 2:40 and ticking to go. They've scored 4 goals in each period. Puck in the station camp zone. Now Connor Jenny trying to clear it out, but he got bumped. Puck still in the zone. Cam Hawkins. Now it's out on the far wall, up to the left point for Carson Brownlow. Brownlow holding, shooting, and it missed the net. Now a shot stopped from the right wing side, the right circle, off the right leg pad of Miles. Shot coming from Nick Hansen, who's getting some minutes late. Nick Hansen, a freshman defenseman from Siegel High School. 80 seconds and ticking left in this one. Rutherford up 12-3. As they have just flat out dominated Station Camp Liberty Creek from the get-go in this one. Draw one by Rutherford, last minute of the game. I think this is the first time someone's hit double digits this season. It's only game 14. Cody Jones a shot. Missed the net. Big hit on the left wing corner. Now here is Austin Givens, right wing side. Oh, Aiden Daniel crossed the blue line before Austin Givens brought the puck in, and it's offside. .30 seconds to go, 12-3 Rutherford. Aiden Daniel, the only other senior on this Station Camp Liberty Creek team aside from Tegan Bartz. It's his first year at Station Camp, so this is going to be his only year on the team. Puck in the Rutherford zone on what is likely the last action of the game. And puck carried to the front of the net, and a shot stopped and held onto by Hunter Kitchens, and that's going to do it. Mark White with a shot, and the clock is going to run down to 0, and the Rutherford Rampage begin the season with an absolutely dominant win against Station Camp Liberty Creek. A 12-3 final. My goodness. All right, I'm going to go look at the score sheet to see who did what. So Station Camp Liberty Creek's 3 goals were scored by Tobin Mahaffey, Jaden Robertson, and Tegan Bartz. Rutherford's 12 goals. Ethan Fredericks had a hat trick. Eddie Mays had 2. Justin Dickinson had 2. Patrick Schuff had 2, and the others came from Cody Jones, Dylan Welch, and Josh Wolf. Player of the game is going to be Ethan Fredericks, because that dude was dominant. As he picks up a hat trick. I think this is the first time he's ever played GNASH Junior in Oakland. So Rutherford Rampage 1-0 to kick off the 2022-2023 GNASH season, while Station Camp Liberty Creek dropped to 0-1. Coming up in just a few minutes here on Rink A, Hendersonville Beach and Father Ryan clashing, as they are the last 2 teams to finally get the green light and get off the starting line to start their 2022-2023 GNASH campaigns. We'll have coverage of that one for you beginning at 8:30. Again, the final score here, an absolutely dominant performance by the Rutherford Rampage as they beat Station Camp Liberty Creek 12-3. Hendersonville and Father Ryan coming up in 6 minutes.